Hatshepsut. Hatshepsut at Karnak. A woman under God's commands. Demanding requests of the god, destructive actions are required. Through oracles or by a direct access of the queen to the god's intimate thoughts, there is a revelation of the wishes of the deity. These wishes are, in fact, mandatory and could be very demanding. The queen shall order actions requiring efforts and eventually destructions. Without the god's order, they could appear blasphemous. Interesting enough for the different elements of the argumentation put forward by the queen. It is necessary to destroy and rebuild what has decayed and is presently in a ruined state. It is necessary not only to replace, but also to enlarge and embellish. There are precedents, as other kings have already destroyed in order to rebuild. It is mandatory. It is a submission to the god's will. Ruined state of the existing structures and the need of larger ones for the first point, the necessity to rebuild and enlarge. There is an eloquent text in the Chapel Rouge, a speech of Amun to the Queen. May your Majesty equals Hatshepsut, make them perfectly accomplished. You shall create for me equals Amun, functions/offices. Filling up the granaries, providing the altars with offerings. Introducing the war priests into their duty, improving the laws, establishing the rule, making greater the offering tables, increasing the portions, making more than what was done previously, enlarging the places of my treasury, which enclose the marvels of the two shores. Arrange on the contrary, monuments in the sanctuaries. Set there the god, following his rule, each one being in adequation with his belongings. Improve his original state, as required by him, because it the god's joy the improvement of his laws. Be it equals a monument, mutilated, then my heart is transpierced at its thought. So, you shall embellish the temples of the gods, more than what the predecessors had even conceived. So, I declare, I hand over for you this land. I order you to conduct it on my behalf. A speech of the gods, transcribed at Bahari, echoes this last. Be twice welcome, O daughter of Amun. You have supervised your instructions in the country, you reorganize it, you make flourish anew what had decayed, you make your memorial of your sick, read our temples, you provide in offerings the altars of the one who generated you. Precedents for the second argument. The existence of precedents. 3 texts can efficiently attest this point. The first one is of high interest because it is supposed to be a quotation of the speech of Amun. On northern obelisk of the Wajid Hall, east face I, main vertical inscription. Horus powerful of Kaz, king of Upper and Lower Egypt Ma'at Ka-Ra, beloved of Amun-Ra. Her Majesty has caused the name of her father to be established on this enduring monument, inasmuch as praise will be so given to the king of Upper and Lower Egypt, lord of the two lands, Ka-Ra, on behalf of this venerated god equals Hatshepsut. Accordingly, 2 great obelisks have been erected by Her Majesty in a first occasion. Behold, what was told by the Lord of the gods equals Amun, isn't it your father, the king of Upper and Lower Egypt, Khepakara, who first gave instructions for establishing obelisks? And your Majesty equals Hatshepsut should renew these monuments. You acted then, being alive, eternally. A second text, from the Chapel Rouge, explains the circumstances that must prevail for the destruction and the reconstruction. On Chapel Rouge, speech of Amun to the Queen. You shall undertake works without rest, with sandstone and black granite. And concerning my temple, it shall be made anew for it what had previously been created in beautiful white limestone. It shall be made for the future, something perfect of this work. Didn't kings act in the past as a tempest/turmoil, in order to agree the wishes of my Majesty equals Amun, that should be made anew, what I equals Amun had ordered the predecessors to make? Would I discard, really, your laws that I inspired? Would I ruin, really, the prophecies to be accomplished in the future? Would I disturb, really, the rules I have determined/conceived for you? Would I really cause you to turn your attention away from my seat? A third text makes another reference to the requirement of following previous examples. On Chapel Rouge, speech of the Queen Suite. I am one who distinguishes the one from whom he is issued. Knowing myself what he likes to happen, I created for him works of art, in accordance with precedent examples models, so that they will last eternally. As can be seen from these quotations, the precedent provided by glorious ancestors is a good excuse for dismantling and rebuilding.